Welcome back to Mystical Musings podcast. I am super excited for our discussions today.
Oh, why is that?
Well, we are going to be going beyond, your typical daily horoscope, like the kind you see in the newspaper.
Right?
We're talking about the last quarter moon in Scorpio, and this is happening on January 21st, 2025.
Oh, wow, yes.
And we're going to be talking about what this means for each sign, like specifically.
Amazing.
So, to help us decode it all, we have with us the amazing Becca L. Hart.
Hi, how is everyone?
She's the author behind the blog Mystical Musings, and she's a total, tarot expert.
Thank you. Thank you for chatting with me again.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
Okay, so, before we get into, what this moon means for each sign, can you give us a little, cosmic weather report?
sure.
Like, what's happening up there astrologically during this time?
This last quarter moon in Scorpio.
Yeah.
Think of it as a time for revealing hidden truths.
Ooh.
It's like the universe is shining a spotlight on things you need to see,
Okay.
especially in your relationships.
Okay. So, when we say relationships, we're talking about all relationships, not just romantic ones.
Exactly. All kinds of relationships.
Okay.
And adding to that intensity, we have the Sun conjunct Pluto in Aquarius during this time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you might find yourself having to deal with power dynamics, control issues, things that have maybe been like simmering beneath the surface.
Got it. So, if I'm feeling tension already, it's probably because of this.
Yes, very likely.
Is there anything else we should, watch out for?
A few days later, on January 23rd, we have Mars going retrograde in Cancer.
Oh, no.
And he is squaring off with Uranus, who's also retrograde in Taurus. This can make people a bit more reactive and argumentative.
Okay.
So it's a good time to practice patience.
Got it.
So maybe not the best time to have that tough conversation with the boss.
Probably not. Good to know.
Also on that day, Mercury in Capricorn is opposing Mars retrograde and squaring Uranus retrograde. So basically, communication is key here.
Yeah.
Choose your words carefully.
Noted. So we've got intensity, potential for arguments. Any good news in the stars?
Don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom.
Okay, good.
Venus and Pisces comes to the rescue.
Okay.
Linking up with Mars and Uranus on January 25th and 26th.
Okay.
This brings a surge of passion and creativity which could manifest in your relationships or artistic pursuits.
So kind of that sounds a little more fun.
Definitely.
Okay, good. Anything else kind of on the horizon?
Yeah, to round things out, we have Mercury sextile Neptune in Pisces on January 26th.
Okay.
This offers a little bit of an escape hatch from all that intensity.
Okay.
Encouraging daydreaming and connecting with your intuition.
I like that. So we got a little bit of everything then, huh?
We do.
Okay, so before we get into the individual signs,
Yeah.
what is your advice like to make the most of this last quarter moon in Scorpio?
This moon phase is all about letting go. So think about what's no longer serving you, what information has been revealed that you need to process. It's a powerful time for releasing old patterns and stepping into a new phase.
Oh, that's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
Any specific practices that you'd recommend for people?
Meditation and journaling are always helpful, especially during this lunar phase.
Yeah.
You can also try a candle ritual.
Ooh, I like that.
You light a red candle on Tuesday, that's the day associated with Mars, and you visualize yourself releasing any negativity or stagnant energy.
That's a great idea. It's like a tangible way to let go.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, are you ready to dive into what this last quarter moon means for each sign? I know our listeners are dying to hear what's in store for them.
Let's do it.
Starting with Aries.
Okay, for those born under the sign of the Ram, conscientiousness is key this week.
Okay.
There might be some potential for conflict, so focusing on facts and keeping a cool head will help you navigate any challenges and end the week on a positive note.
That's solid advice for anyone, really.
It is.
Okay. So, what about Taurus? What should they be focusing on during this time?
Taurus is feeling a strong desire for adventure this week.
Okay.
You're ready to go to great lengths to make exciting things happen.
Wow.
But with everyone vying for attention, be mindful of overexpressing yourself
Uh-huh.
and potentially stepping on toes.
Okay.
Finding healthy outlets to blow off steam is key. Maybe a hike in nature or a good workout.
Those are great suggestions. Okay. What's in store for Gemini? What's this moon bringing up for them?
For Gemini, this is a week for emotional processing and relationship assessment.
Okay.
You'll be gaining clarity on the true nature of your partnerships and friendships. This allows you to define these connections more accurately.
So maybe a good time to have those heart-to-hearts and see where things stand.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, for our Cancer listeners, be prepared for some surprises this week.
Yeah, deeply buried feelings are likely to surface, potentially bringing family secrets to light.
Wow. Ooh, that sounds intense. Is it going to be negative?
It could be challenging, but it's actually an opportunity for healing. It's about facing those hidden emotions and using them as a catalyst for growth. Embrace the opportunity to clear the air and move forward.
Okay, that's a really powerful way to look at it.
Yeah.
Facing those shadows, head on.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to Leo.
This is a powerful week for you, Leo.
Yes.
You're feeling super motivated to initiate projects, confront situations head on.
Yeah.
And take charge at work.
Take charge. So, Leo season is over, but they're still shining.
They are.
What should they keep in mind to make the most of this energy?
People will be looking to you for guidance and leadership this week. So embrace that role.
Okay.
But remember to balance confidence with compassion.
Okay, Leo, time to shine, but don't forget to be kind. What about Virgo? What should they be focusing on?
This is a good week for Virgo to address any relationship conflicts that have been brewing.
Okay.
The key is to find a relaxed setting and speak openly and honestly about your feelings.
Yeah.
This week's energy supports calm and clear communication.
So maybe skip the coffee shop. Get up and opt for a walk in the park.
Exactly. Creating a peaceful environment is key.
Got it. Now, moving on to Libra. What's on the horizon for them?
Libra, you're on a quest for enlightenment this week. You'll be navigating some intense astrological aspects, but you'll ultimately feel compelled to connect with your closest companions.
Okay.
Lean on your loved ones for support.
It's like the universe is pushing them towards deeper connections.
It is.
Okay.
And your natural charm will be amplified this week.
Mm-hmm.
Helping you feel balanced and supported. Let your charisma shine.
Okay, Libra, get ready to charm. What about Scorpio? How are they faring during their own last quarter moon?
Scorpio, this is your time to reclaim your power. Your emotional strength is returning, allowing you to reconnect with your true self. It's a favourable time to make decisions regarding home, family, or future plans. Trust your gut instincts and make those big moves.
Okay, Scorpio, you heard it here first. Time to step into your power.
Yes.
Now, I know a lot of our listeners might want to go even deeper with you. Where can they find you?
You can find my website at mysticalmusetarot.com.
Okay.
My YouTube channel at Mystical Muse Tarot.
Awesome.
And of course, my insightful blog, Mystical Musings.
Fantastic. And for our listeners who are really feeling those mystical vibes, you also offer personal readings, right?
I do.
Yeah, tell us about that.
And I'm offering a special discount code just for our listeners. Use the code FIRST10 for 10% off your first reading.
Wow, that's so generous. Thank you. We'll make sure to include all those links in the show notes as well. We're in the thick of it now with our exploration of this last quarter moon in Scorpio and what it means for you. We left off talking about Scorpio, so let's move on to Sagittarius. What should our listeners born under the Archer be aware of this week?
Well, Sagittarius, this week might stir up some difficult emotions.
Okay.
Feelings of guilt, regret, or inadequacy might surface.
Oh, wow.
Making it harder to connect with others.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's important to be gentle with yourself.
Okay.
And prioritize self-care.
Yeah. So, It sounds like a good time to, curl up with a good book and a cup of tea.
Exactly. Nurturing yourself is key.
Yeah, now let's move on to Capricorn.
Okay. This week might bring some potential for self-deception for you, Capricorn.
Oh, interesting. What do you mean by self-deception? Like, what should they be looking out for?
You might be tempted to believe in something that's not quite realistic or like overpromise and underdeliver.
Oh, yeah.
It's important to be honest with yourself and avoid getting swept up in something that's ultimately not sustainable.
So, a week for grounding and like staying realistic for Capricorn.
Yes, but this energy can also bring opportunities for spiritual growth and inspiration if you approach it with awareness.
Right, right. That's a good reminder that even when things are challenging, there's always potential for growth.
Exactly.
Okay, what about Aquarius? What can they expect this week?
Aquarius, this is a favourable time to express your feelings to someone special. If there's something you've been wanting to say, this is your chance.
Okay.
Just remember to communicate your expectations clearly
Uh-huh.
and make sure that you trust the other person
Yeah,
before you get too vulnerable.
right. So, shoot your shot, but proceed with caution.
Exactly.
And finally, we have Pisces.
Yes.
What's in the stars for our Pisces listeners this week?
Pisces, you need to be wary of potential manipulation, particularly from people you admire. This week highlights the influence others have over you. So it's important to be discerning and trust your intuition.
Right? So, trust your gut if something feels off.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This is also an ideal time for you to seek deeper insights through practices like psychic readings or therapy, anything that helps you connect with your inner wisdom.
yeah, those practices can really help uncover any hidden dynamics that might be at play. This has been so insightful.
Thank you.
Before we wrap up, do you have any final thoughts for our listeners as they navigate this potent last quarter moon in Scorpio?
This lunar phase is a powerful opportunity for reflection and growth.
Uh-huh.
By understanding the influences at play, we can navigate our emotions and relationships more effectively. Remember, you have the power to choose how you respond to these energies.
That's such an important reminder that it's not just about knowing what the stars say. It's about using that knowledge to empower ourselves.
Exactly. This last quarter moon is about releasing what no longer serves us and embracing our true potential.
I love that.
Don't be afraid to let go of what's holding you back and step into a more authentic version of yourself. It's a time for shedding those old patterns and making space for new beginnings.
Absolutely. And speaking of exploring, I want to remind our listeners about all the wonderful resources you offer. Where can they connect with you and learn more?
You can find my website at mysticalmusetarot.com, my YouTube channel at Mystical Muse Tarot, and of course my insightful blog, Mystical Musings. I share lots of tips and insights on working with tarot and astrology.
Fantastic. And you also offer personal readings for those who want a more personalized approach.
I do. And as a special thank you to our listeners, I'm offering a discount code. Use the code FIRST, 10 for 10% off your first reading with me.
Wow, that's so generous. Thank you so much. We'll be sure to include all those links in the show notes. This has been such an incredible discussion, Becca, and I know our listeners are feeling empowered to make the most of this lunar energy.
It's been my pleasure.
Well, that wraps up our episode into the last quarter moon in Scorpio. We hope you've enjoyed this mystical journey and feel inspired to explore your own astrological potential. Thanks for listening to the Mystical Musings podcast. We'll catch you next time.